So. Das. Warte, rede mal ein bisschen. Hm. Ja, ja. Bin ich jetzt lauter? Bin ich etwas lauter? Hallo, hallo, hallo. Ja, es ist irgendwelche Einstellungen, die ich hier machen muss. Das gibt's doch nicht, echt. Ich kann aber keine großen Audio-Einstellungen machen hier. Hm. Okay, ganz einfach. Mal die ganzen Toneinstellungen. Okay, ja. Nein, das ist zu niedrig, eindeutig. Und wenn ich jetzt etwas mache, okay, siehst du, hm, was ein bisschen so, oder? Nein, ja. Ich rede einfach generell leise, deswegen ist das so blöd. Hm. Ja, aber ich will doch gleich schauen, dass man mich nur hört und nicht meinen Atem hört. Also, sobald ihr mich einmal atmen hört, sagt es sofort und dann. Tali, ich verlasse mich auf dich.
What do we know, Otto?
Some lads from the Imperial Gap.
Hört ihr mich?
Started a fight over Blood was
Okay, das ist. Hört ihr euch doppelt?
usual.
Okay, dann ist das kacke. Ich weiß nicht wieso, aber nachdem ich eine Einstellung gemacht habe, habe ich mein Ingame-Sound ist einfach so leise. Also ich habe den auf 100 drauf und es ist einfach so leise. Und ich habe die Einstellung zwar dann wieder zurückgemacht, aber die hat nichts mehr dran geändert. Mit dem habe ich auch mal rumgespielt.
You think this was planned?
Of course it bloody was. Ever since Eastport.
Ich habe eine Einstellung gemacht, ne? Hab gesehen, okay, ich verliere den Ingame-Sound und es hat nichts geändert an meinem richtigen Struggle und habe es wieder direkt so zurückgemacht, wie es anfangs war. Und das Game hat gesagt, nope, nope, ich behalte das jetzt.
I know it sounds like the bastards have turned their attentions to the pallbearers meek enough to stay put. Naturally, old Martha could see the way the wind was blowing.
Nö, den habe ich dann wieder höher gemacht, damit ich mehr höre.
To take bearers in.
And now she's missing. If she's fallen into the hands of the Empire, we could be next.
Couple of curse breakers are already on their way to the inn. They should help speed up the search. But if this is as bad as I think it is, you might end up having to save their asses and all.
Don't worry, Otto. I'll make sure everyone gets home safe.
Martha is a survivor. We'll find her.
Dale!
Here for another of my lectures. What is it that you wish to learn?
Dale!
Of course.
Denk nicht daran, das ist noch 9 Monate, 11 Monate weg. Warte, wir sind im Juni? Nein, ja, 11 Monate. Haha, ich kann rechnen. Na gut, eher 10 als 11, aber ich kann rechnen. Was? Spoonie Bart? Okay.
Here you are.
Okay. Mach ich. Okay. Ich jetzt machen. Willst du mich verarschen? Ich habe heute nur 10% geschafft? Nee.
Very good.
Was zählt denn da die PlayStation alles zu den Hauptmissionen dazu? Ich habe 5 Stunden gespielt und nur 10% geschafft? Never. Dann bin ich enttäuscht von mir selbst.
Finish with that box,
Ganz einfach. Bei deiner ersten Mission draußen geh zum Hund und streicheln ihm die Hölle raus.
Everything all right?
Aside from the holes in my hull, everything's roses.
The lake water doesn't agree with it then.
That's one way of putting it. And unless you got some grand scheme to suck the black from the lake like we do in the atrium, that slurry'll keep eating away at the timber like young Tech does our lemon.
Ich habe es anfangs auf Deutsch gelassen, den Text, aber das ist einfach beides so unterschiedlich, dass es einfach nur kontraproduktiv fürs Gehirn. Ich habe es echt versucht während der Demo, aber es war furchtbar. Ja, es ist. Ich meine, bei der einen fragt er zum Beispiel, das beste Beispiel war, fragt er dich so, ob es dir gut geht, auf Deutsch, und im Englischen fragt er, ob er tot ist. Der Gegner. und der Gegner tot ist. Und ja, du denkst dir so, hä, warte, fragt er jetzt da, ob Clive tot ist? Nein, er fragt natürlich nicht Clive.
Of course, Obolus. Your skiff is our only means of reaching the mainland. Without it, we'd be lost.
Well, I'm glad someone round here
Nicht im
sees it
Englischen.
that way. To make pitch, you need pitch trees. But in case you haven't noticed, live trees are one of the 1,000 things sorely lacking in the Deadlands. Now, I'm not so unkind as to ask you to fell a faraway forest and lug the logs back here to the mere. And it just so happens, I once heard the thorny pitchers of Curltail Falls cover themselves in a sticky moss to trap. Might be enough to tide me over.
Süß.
Sounds easier than felling a faraway forest. That's for certain.
Und das, obwohl es dir jeden Tag ins Gesicht lacht, verstanden. Ah, also vom Regal aus schaut das hinaus, das Ding. Ja, das meine ich ja so, dass es halt so vom Regal rausschaut.
Easier than felling a forest, I said. The trees don't have teeth.
Enough.
I can't imagine Obolus needing any more than this. Time to head home.
Das heißt, und ja, ach, ja,
Finish with that Could you find me some wax?
Find is one way of putting it.
Ugh,
Über nächste, könnte man
reeks
sagen.
like a chocobo's arse. I don't suppose the Argo will mind as long as he stays above the waves.
Sie sucht jemanden auf Facebook, hat sie gesagt.
So your boat has a name. I didn't know.
Yeah. Same as my old man. He was a ferryman himself back before the blight came.
Das ist die Frage, ob wir jemanden finden, der sich für P8 meldet nochmal.
And thanks to you, he'll sail another day.
Ja, ja, ich auch. Das ist, weil wir leider jetzt dann doch kaum Zeit hatten, während er noch da ist, dass wir P8 schaffen. Ich habe echt drauf gehofft, dass wir es schaffen, bevor er weggeht. Weil ich weiß, wie lange ist das Tier jetzt schon her? 1 Monat? Fast. Nein, warte, 5 Wochen. Wenn er weg ist, sind 6 Wochen. 6 Wochen sind vergangen, seitdem das Tier da ist. Was meine ich ja jetzt? In diesen 6 Wochen, zum Beispiel seit dem neuen Patch, waren wir kaum raiden. Ich glaube, 3 Tage hatten wir. Ja, beim ersten High Concept sind wir gerade. Da scheitert es noch ein bisschen am Timing und dann an den Kombinationen zum Schnellmachen. Range. Ja. Jupp. Ja. Ich mein, es reicht ja mal in Theorie. Wir können ja dann das so vorschlagen und dann halt so sagen, dass für Mittwoch ein spontan vermutlich funktioniert oder nicht funktioniert.
What happened here?
Come on. We need to find the others.
Ja, also da muss jetzt nicht zu viel zu dran. Das ist ja auch mehr unser Static-Problem und ja. Mhm.
We're best off staying where we are for now, I reckon.
Mhm.
Let's get you to a physical, shall we?
Ja, verständlich.
Sid?
Wir sind 6 Monate in diesem Jahr drin und ich hab nicht das Gefühl, dass wir oft geradet
I
haben.
need some help. And it appears he was right.
You could say that,
Klappe.
yes. They're saying the Imperials ascended like a storm. No one was spared their fury. Martha tried to step in and calm things down, but all our efforts got her were a pair of iron shackles.
Ja,
Any idea where?
deswegen will ich mich auch nicht beschweren, aber dass es frustrierend ist, bleibt halt leider.
To the Abbey, sheltering Martha's bearers.
The bastards. Jill and I will go after them. You take care of the people here.
We will. But, before you go, one of the locals heard something. He said the soldiers were talking about a culling. I don't know how big this is, but it doesn't sound good. Be careful out there, Sid.
You do the same.
Cole is right. That was no tavern brawl. It was a message.
But to culling, bearers are the property of the Empire. The garrison wouldn't have the authority to act alone. The orders would have had to have come from higher up.
Oi, look sharp! If those horses touch the animal.
Ja, wir kommen aber noch ein Patch dafür. Wir sind ja dann auch auf dem Patch 1.02. Ich weiß nicht, ob die digitalen schon 1.03 haben oder die ebenfalls warten müssen. Aber wir sind noch auf 1.02. Also wir bekommen noch ein Patch. Ich bin mir sicher, Yoshi arbeitet daran, dass es demnächst kommt. Aber inzwischen fällt mir das gar nicht mehr auf so stark. Also ich glaube, man gewöhnt sich ein bisschen dran.
Tell us what happened.
What happened? The damn Black Shields, that's what happened.
The Black Shields.
The bastards caught wind. The abbot and I were helping bearers. They were gonna hang us both. When the sick rose from their beds. Poor souls turned on the Imperials. Distracted them long enough for me to get away.
Then they may still be alive. Martha, do you think you can make it back to the inn? Cole is there with the other curse breakers.
I think so. Thank you, Clive.
Black Shields. Is this some sort of twisted joke? There has only ever been one Order of Shields in Rosaria, and they fought to defend all her citizens.
Seems a step too far, even for the Empire. Are we too late?
There might still be someone inside.
No.
Damn it.
I thought you lot were all spent.
Murderers. They drove the bearers to this.
Wait. These two aren't turned.
That bitch of an innkeeper must have sent them. Colluding with the enemies of the Empire is a serious offense.
And for their crimes shall they be punished. Such is the law. To dwell in darkness that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these our swords we swear.
How dare you speak those words? Have you no honor?
Clive.
This won't take long.
Woohoo! Beta Clive is mad. Asch. Okay, es ist wirklich, wenn ich mich nicht konzentriere, merke ich einfach, wie ich voll anfange zu atmen. Es ist. Ja, das hast du mir schon mal erzählt, ja.
Is that all of them?
I think so. I didn't see the abbot. He may still be alive.
Hey. Was? Ich mach das, wenn mir langweilig ist oder so.
The abbot.
The bearers died protecting him. Calling upon what little magic they had left in their bodies.
Clive. He's breathing.
We're friends of Martha. We're here to help.
Are the Imperials dead?
They are. Every last one.
If only that were true.
Hmm?
The Black Shields will return. The cuttings will continue. Rosaria will never be saved.
Ich würde im Upgraden dir auch empfehlen, etwas zu warten. Also, ich bin jetzt selbst noch nicht so wirklich weit, aber ich glaube, ich spare mir die Ressourcen lieber zusammen und schaue, was es im Endgame zum Craften gibt. Das wird vermutlich viel wichtiger sein. Oder vielleicht dann alles ausspannen, wenn ich New Game Plus starte sogar. Soweit denke ich schon voraus.
In here. We found a survivor.
Clive.
Vermutlich, aber dauert, dass ich halt nicht weiß genau, welche Materialien ich dann farmen muss. Und ich nicht unbedingt direkt alles aufs Internet mich versteifen möchte, um Materialien zu finden. Dachte ich mir, ich spare lieber mal zusammen, was ich zusammensparen kann und schaue, was das Endgame so für Crafting bietet.
The abbot to rest. But the bearers, they didn't need to die like this.
No, they didn't. But it was their choice. They knew the fate that awaited them and chose to meet it on their terms, fighting for those who fought for them.
Martha said they rose from their beds, threw themselves at the Imperials so she and the abbot could escape.
I've gathered the bearers' remains. We should consign them to the tide.
There's a drawbridge not far from here. Radix jump.
Das wurde nicht gesagt, nein.
If the abbot was still with us, he'd have taken the dust there himself and performed.
Und wenn was gesagt wird, dann hat Zelda FF16 kapiert.
I'll do it.
Doch.
Of course. Cole and I will remain here and see to the Imperials.
voll von FF16 kopiert, ja. What the fuck? Uh.
Spotted us, Torgal? What am I saying? Of course it has. It's a floating eyeball. I failed.
What?
Best off staying where we are for now, I reckon. They've killed my parent.
They called themselves our country.
Das war nicht fair gerade. Absolut nicht fair.
Thank you, Founder.
Ganz einfach so. Ich habe sie gezeigt, damit alle anderen es auch sehen können, wie man das kann. Damit es ihnen nicht passiert. Ich habe geholfen. Okay, jetzt konzentrieren, mich zu atmen. Nope, nicht in dem Sinne. Ah, verdammt. Da habe ich nicht aufgepasst, habe ich geatmet. Scheiße.
You didn't see that coming.
Sie hat auch 16. Sie hat nicht, und sie suchtet auch 16. Sie ist, glaube ich, locker 10 Stunden oder so vor mir. Also, sie ist locker 10 Stunden oder so vor mir. Ja.
That must be the bridge.
Muten? Sehr umständlich. Mehr als 10 Stunden, sagt sie sogar. Achso, warte, stimmt. Ich muss einfach nur meinen PS-Button drücken. Das ist tatsächlich eine gute Idee, die ich hätte schon längst in Betracht ziehen sollen. Tja, so viel dazu.
So shall the waters
Ja, vor allem, es muss nicht mal unbedingt meine Combo unterbrechen, weil meinen Daumen benutze ich kaum. Ah.
And now they are truly free.
I hope so. What of the Imperials?
The pyre was made. It's more than they deserve. We should go back. Cole is worried about Martha.
All right.
Glad Martha's safe. Both for her sake and
They call themselves our country. No one survived then?
I'm sorry. Before he passed, one of them bade me tell you not to blame yourself.
Doesn't mean I won't. Doesn't mean their blood's not on my hands. Cole said you cast their remains. That was good of you. But it should have been me. This was all my fault.
How? You couldn't have known.
But I did. And I turned a deaf ear to the warnings like the fool I am. The rumors started moons ago. Of black-clad devils descending on villages in the dead of night to slit the throats of sleeping bearers. But I assumed it was all just nonsense concocted by the Empire.
Nothing but a ghost story meant to make folk think twice about lending a hand to a fugitive bearer.
And in ordinary times you would have been right. What these Black Shields are doing is unthinkable. Which begs the question, why do it at all? My mother obviously has a hand in this. I cannot make sense of her actions.
Unpicking what goes on in that woman's head is a job for someone with more time on their hands. Right now, I need swords and men to wield them, preferably big ones. If those Imperials think they can come in here again and threaten my people, they're in for a rude awakening. Oh, before I forget, a Stolas from Otto landed just before you arrived. He asked me to tell you that Gav has returned.
Then we must as well. Will you be all right here, Martha?
We can stay longer if you wish.
No need. I'll be ready should the Imperials come calling. Though I wouldn't turn my nose up if you were to lend me a pair of them strapping young curse breakers.
Der Übungsplatz, ja. Die höre ich nicht, damit dein Stream nicht zu laut ist.
Try not to move. It'll only make it worse.
Oi! You handy with that sword of yours? Course you are. Bet you're a bloody marvel with the thing. Now, question is, are you willing to use it or not? 'Cause a flock of noble chocobos are in need of help.
Chocobos?
You heard me right. Wild birds? Hmm? The big ones? And not just any chocobos at that. Whiteheart and her flock are the bravest birds you ever did see. They protect travellers round these parts from bandits and the like.
Chocobos? Fighting bandits?
It's true. Why, they saved me from a gang of footpads only yesterday. Nasty lot they were too. And now, they're back, looking to settle the score. Oh, go on then. Don't just stand there. Go and help them.
All right.
There's a good lad.
Where can I find these chocobos?
I saw him cut across the way over yonder. The rotten scoundrels were driving the poor things towards the old dock. It's a dead end, that is. You save Whiteheart and her flock, you hear me? There ain't a pluckier bird in all the world. She's a hero to us locals. And don't worry.
I'm sure I will.
And good luck to you. And give those...
Whiteheart. That's quite a name for a chocobo.
Little Spoiler, aber ich glaube, ich weiß, was du meinst. Nicht du, nicht du. Sorry, ich red mit Ayami, sorry. Ja, ich glaube, das macht wirklich nur mit Kreis. Also ich habe es bisher nicht etwas anderem gemacht.
I thought Ambrosia was one of a kind. Speaking of brave birds. Looks like they went that way.
Mhm. Das ist, glaube ich, nicht unbedingt ein Finisher, weil ich habe schon oft das gemacht, ohne dass er dann gestorben ist. Drück die Drück-Options und dann kannst du da verlassen. Hä? War das nicht Options? Ah, nein, sorry, Touchpad. Touchpad war es. Dann steht da unten E-Dreieck. Moment.
We got you cornered, Feathers. You didn't think you'd seen the last of us, did you? You've been bad for business. But I reckon someone will pay good coin to mount
Schau,
your
ich wusste
head
genau,
on
dass
their
du sie meinst.
wall.
Not around here, they weren't.
Oh. And why's that, eh?
Because she's something of a hero in these parts. You hurt her, and I hurt you.
Piss off. Or better still, how about we hurt you both?
All right then. But don't say I didn't warn you.
Weakened wind!
It's over.
No good. To me, boy. I've heard Torgal.
Guess we're all ready. Slow. Nice try.
There's more!
Das Nintendo kopiert von FF. Doch. Ja, genau. Ja. Ja, 100%. Ja, genau. Mit seiner Mütze schaut da schon so diebisch aus.
White Heart, I presume. Do you know her, boy?
Ja, schau. Warte. Weißt du was? Aber wenn du es jetzt so rechnest, 2006 plus 16, was Final Fantasy 16, das haben wir 2022, und jetzt noch ein Jahr dazu rechnest, ergibt es 2023, wo Final Fantasy 16 rauskam. Also wenn das nicht offensichtlich ist. Doch, das ist sehr logisch alles gewesen.
And you found yourself a flock.
Oi! Is it over? I thought I'd come and see how you were getting on. Oh, you sorted the bastards then. I knew you would. And the whole flock made it through unscathed.
Thankfully, they did. And not only that.
Ich finde es ja schön, dass sie verschiedene Animationen eingefügt haben. Ich finde das richtig nice. Ich habe schon 4 gezählt, 4 verschiedene Streicheldinger.
I never stopped to think our hero here might once have been someone's mount.
Unterm Kinn.
I dare say she'd suited
So wirklich so unterm Kinn streichelt er noch.
Reckon our feathered friend must have learned a thing or two from her master.
Ich glaube ja, 5-mal. Ich glaube, Futteranimation gibt es aber nur 2-mal. Nur eine einzige. Ich habe bisher keine zweite Futteranimation gesehen.
You born a lord or something?
Well,
Oh no, sorry. I didn't mean to pry. Don't matter who you are. You done right by me.
what is it, girl?
She wants her master back, I reckon. Told you. And it seems her pals agree.
Is that it? You want to come with me?
Well, bugger me if this ain't a heartwarming sight. The lads down the stables will be hearing about this tonight. Oh, stay right where you are.
Ich glaube, oft schon genug gemacht. Es gibt eine andere Kombination, aber dafür, wenn du das machst und dann gedrückt haltest, geht das schneller in das brennende Schwertmodus rein.
She does indeed. How much do I owe you?
Few scraps of leather's the very least I... Old white heart. Go up. Sad to see her go, of course. But she's earned her right to happiness and more besides. Don't you worry. We'll get along just fine without her. You hear that, Whiteheart? You've earned yourself some time off. You have fun traveling with your master now. You seem awful familiar now I get a proper look at you. That's it. When those chocobos swarmed my cart on the road, didn't you? No, that can't be right. That fellow was a bearer.
Must have been my double.
Oh, must have been, eh? Oh, that'll be the excitement getting to me. Silly sod that I am. Pay me no mind. Anyhow, best be on my way. Good luck to the both of you.
You take care of your flock for now. I'll call you when I need you.
Mhm. Ist ein Counter. Ich liebe Counters hier in diesem Game. Die sind echt so strong, wenn du sie ordentlich hinkriegst. Also ich glaube, ich bin voll auf dem Counter-Playstyle. Ja, Problem ist manchmal, werde ich halt gehittet von Sachen, weil ich zuerst probiere, ob man sie kontern kann oder nicht. Aber die Konteranimation ist einfach so geil und die hat mich einfach komplett reingezogen. Ist halt blöd, dass sie nur magiemäßig ist, aber naja, irgendeine Schwäche muss sie haben. War sonst nicht. Oh, und wie? Ich hab es noch nicht probiert da. Ich hatte jetzt schon die Chance bei einem, aber ich habe es noch nicht probiert.
Where's Gav?
Ja, ja. Hm? Nicht stimmt. Genau, also ich habe da jetzt schon die Option, wenn ich da jetzt reingehe, habe ich Arcade Mode und halt Stage Replay. Und im Arcade Mode kann ich da halt jetzt schon ein paar Gegner bekämpfen. Oh, warte, ich kann den Fight machen schon. Will ich den machen? Sie wussten halt, was sein wird. Okay, ich will das mal probieren. Ich gehe mal rein. Mal schauen, wie es ausgeht. Ja, komm, red mit ihm ein bisschen. Vielleicht lässt er dich gehen.
I suppose not.
Did I mention there'd be deadly beasts? There'll be deadly beasts. Nothing a trained assassin can't handle, though.
How reassuring.
You're welcome. For that and the shortcut.
Genau. Muss doch ein bisschen timen. Ja, genau. Genau. Das. Und hast du gesehen, wie geil das ist? Deswegen liebe ich das Ding. Und es nimmt so viel für den Stacker-Prozess ab schon, dass er halt runtergeht.
Maybe they're friendly like Torgal. Or maybe they're not.
It's over.
Oh, Scheiße. Oh, S. Ich habe schon S. Haha, nice. Okay. Jetzt muss ich mich echt reinhängen. Ich will noch mehr S bekommen. Außerhalb vom Kampf geht das leider nicht. Ich habe das auch schon gespammt, glaub mir.
Let's try and stay out of its path.
Remember when I said there'd be deadly beasts?
Oh Scheiße, jetzt habe ich den Skill benutzt. Das war jetzt schlecht.
Well, that's the undergrowth sorted.
Nevermind, das war perfekt.
After you.
Thank you,
Und by the way, nix Daddy, das war Clive. Mhm. In der Demo war es ja noch sozusagen das Spiel, das sie gezeigt hat. Und jetzt haben sie es eingebaut mit Torgal. Und seiner super Nase. Seiner cute Nase zum Anstupsen.
Down was the only way left for them to go.
Und nix aber. Das ist er.
There's probably a lesson to be learned from that. But it can wait. Come on.
Oha. Es ist erst 2 Uhr morgens. Erst. Gute Nacht. Bye bye. Hey. Kein Fischpass, Clive. Okay. Okay.
I can see that. Doesn't happen to be a friend of yours, does he?
Nice. Anscheinend. Tja, leider nicht. Noch ein S.
Well, it appears we won't be going this way. I'll admit I hadn't counted on that.
At least one of us knows these woods. Thank you, Torgal.
Weißt, ich mach gerade genau die Mission nochmal mit dem Punkteding jetzt, die du gerade machst. Ja, ich laufe gerade alle Dinge ab, die du gerade abläufst. Ich meine, wenn du jetzt ehrlich bist, schaut er aus so wie früher? Schaut er aus wie jemand, der ein Prinz war? Ja, weil wir wissen, dass es Clive ist. Wir können nicht das Gleiche sagen, wenn wir es nicht wissen, dass er es ist. Was ist bewusst so? Ach, scheiße, nur ein B? Da war ich richtig schlecht.
No, it doesn't.
Was ist bewusst so? Oh, ich bin jetzt auch da, wo du bist.
Shouldn't take too long.
So much for your shortcut.
What? It's still short, just not quite as quick. But it'll be a damn sight quicker if you help me.
My thoughts exactly. That'll help.
Someone's got the hump. Where he stops, no one knows.
Too slow.
I doubt he'll do that again.
Not if we kill him first. Get him, boy!
Ja. Wie lange wärst du schon weg? Achso. Vielleicht dauert es noch kurz Verzögerung oder so. Mhm. Ach, fuck. Ach, fuck. Ah. Na gut. Ich glaube, das geht besser. Es geht definitiv besser. Es ist S, aber es geht definitiv besser. Oh, jetzt habe ich einen Screenshot gemacht. Oh na gut, kein Wunder, dass sie dich aufholen. Es gibt ja auch die ganzen Cutscenes.
What exactly do you plan on doing when you find this dominant of fire?
What do you think? I'll show him the mercy he showed my brother. And cut out the tongue of any man who tries to talk me out of it.
All right. Forest dark enough as it is. and we'll be in Lost Wing in no time.
In no time. Right. Quiet.
At least they're not giant lizards.
Put our lady on the wind! Toggle!
Behind you!
Garuda, lend me your strength! My wounds, boy!
Not this time.
And now, you die!
A little help!
Not this time.
Nice. Fast in allen habe ich ein S gemacht. Nur bei einem habe ich richtig reingeschissen und ein B gemacht. Ach Mann.
Ah, Clive! Oh, I've missed that scowl.
Where's my report?
What, no kind words for your old pal Gav?
If it's kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong barrel. Now sit down, you fool.
So, you remember how quick the Empire was to occupy the Dominion after the fall of Drake's head? And how pissed off all the other nations were that they didn't think to do it first?
Kriegst du was?
Half a century of independence gone
Ah.
at the whim of a madman.
Ja.
So much for their bloody treaty.
Da musst du ein bisschen
Clearly,
drauf
the
warten.
promise of unblighted land and the world's supply of crystals was too much for his radiance to resist. And now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sambrek. Lined up right outside the Dominion's gates as we speak, looking to starve the Imperials into submission.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Author.
Well, the two nations beat their shields. The rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor. They'll never see us coming. It's time we moved on the mother crystals. Four mother crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's Breath near Ironhome. Drake's Fang in Dhalmekia. Drake's Spine in Waloed. And Drake's Tail here in the Crystalline Dominion.
With the bulk of the Republican army marching to Twinside, Drake's Fang will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kupka would anticipate. And if there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps. There is one place, however, where nobody will be expecting us to go.
Drake's Breath.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
I have an acquaintance in Port Isolde who may be able to help.
Who's that then?
My uncle, Byron Rosfield.
Lord Byron Rosfield of the Seven High Houses, the trade magnate with holdings in over 100 cities. Wait, Rosfield. And you're a Rosfield, of course.
Ernsthaft, der Buddy hat das nicht rausgefunden bis jetzt.
Along with a handsome fleet of ships.
Well, it's settled then. What are we waiting for, eh? Huh?
Get it. Aber du verschluckt. Haha. Und hört dich Tali oder zwischen im Stream oder nicht? Hm. Ich. Ja, ich hab mein Handy da vorne liegen.
Clive? What's St. Fornian, dear? Anything else?
Ich finde schön, dass sie das Crafting so subtle reingetan haben. Also, dass sie es nicht als Main Focus gemacht haben und das unbedingt notwendig. Gibt es sonst bestimmt einige, die das aufregen würde.
Won't be long now, Martel. Sid, I was hoping to speak to you.
Is everything all right?
Oh, yeah, it's just, well, as you know, we've been trying to grow fruit down here.
It's good to know that something of the old hideaway still lives on.
Martel's pride and joy. It was a sapling when she rescued it from the rubble, but look at it now. All our hard work's finally paying off. I took it on, you see, after she died, and now the fruit's finally ready to eat. And not only is it ready, it's actually tasty. Sweet as you like, in fact. She bred the bitter right out of it.
Impressive. And welcome news to more than a few, I'd say.
I thought this first harvest could go to the curse breakers, on account of all they do for the hideaway. You couldn't take them some, could you?
Mm-hmm.
Seems better them coming from you.
It'll be nice being the bearer of good news for a change.
Oh, thank you. She always had a soft spot for that lot, see? And once they've had their share, I'll see to it that everyone else gets some. Here you go. Martel apples, they're called, in honor of her memory. You hear that, Martel? Today's finally the day.
Did you come through the forge today?
Jim ist gleichzeitig mit Tali gegangen. Nein, der ging gleichzeitig mit Tali weg.
So Martha's all right.
Yep. You two look
Was?
like you
Man
could
konnte ihm
use
das
some
Sachen
breeze.
geben?
Yeah. Courtesy of Martel.
Hm. Hm.
Martel.
Interesting.
Now, where have I heard that name before?
Weren't she the girl from the Furrows?
Course she was. An odd sort, that one. Loved plants more than people.
Aye, and brave as a bane might. Remember when she ran back into the hideaway to collect them trees when Titan attacked? Wait,
These aren't those apples, are they? Well, I'll be. She'd have been proud, and rightly so. Thank you, Sid.
gift from the backyard. For your service.
Blimey, these take me back. I haven't seen a hideaway apple since. Old Sid was the only one who could stomach the things. He'd nab them right from the branch, made Martell livid. Not that anyone could stay mad at the man for long.
That sounds like the Sid I knew, all right.
Planning on keeping that lot to yourselves, were you? Hang on. These aren't Martells, are they? I'm glad to see someone carried on what she started. Can't have been easy, not in the Deadlands. Reckon she'd be happy knowing all our hard work.
Okay, ciao, ciao.
Clive, tell the lad down in the back to
Dankeschön.
run some over.
Ciao, ciao, bis morgen.
Not so much as a thank you. Well, I've got some manners at least. Thanks, Sid. You can leave the basket with me. I'll see that the others get their share. Oh, and give our compliments to the gardener, won't you?
That was the last of the apples. I should head to the backyard and pass along everyone's regards.
Oh, Clive! Welcome to the Patron's Whisper.
The Patron's Whisper? Does that mean someone else is taking care of our friends' donations?
Oh no, that's still me. It's just Karen has her toll, Blackthorn has his hammer. I thought a new name might liven things up. I still catalogue every item that arrives, in addition to setting aside those tokens of appreciation the sender has specified are to be presented to you personally. Would you like to see if we have any? Words are immortal. Business is busy. Still. Is everything we've received and everything promised? You earned this. All yours. All done?
What's the matter, Nectar? The hunt board? It's where the Cursebreakers post sightings of particularly fearsome beasts. Those that might pose a threat to our operations if they were left to roam free. Just because they can't be dealt with when they're spotted, doesn't mean they can't be dealt with later. Was that what you wanted to know? Right. Well, leaving your mightiness aside for the moment, the people of Valisthea are going through a lot already. What with the Blight and the war. The last thing they need is ungodly fiends terrorizing them on top of everything else. So if the Cursebreakers are too busy to help, then perhaps I can.
Oh ja, das ist ein richtiges Wie. Aber so wie alle Muggels.
I don't think so.
And you say Sid built this place?
Cursebreakers sent their thanks. And their compliments. They were clearly very fond of Martel.
They remembered her? After all these years? I suppose she was very kind, even to a tongue-tied lummox like me. You were one of the good ones, Martel. Why did you have to die? She put everything into her work. She wasn't going to rest until we had fruit sweet enough to enjoy. And now we do. When she died, I named a sapling after her. And now it's a full-grown tree. Martel lives on through the fruit it bears.
And through you. Her dream would have died with her, had you not kept it alive. That's something to be proud of.
I didn't do anything really, but thank you. You're kinder to me than I deserve.
By the way,
Otto's expecting some of your crop. And I wouldn't mind some of it either, if that's not too much to ask.
Of course not. I'll see that you're both well provided for. They like your fruit, Martel. Isn't that wonderful? I'd say it's about time we planted you some siblings, don't you think?
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dhalmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
And wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Ironhome.
For what?
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past. If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
We will face it together then.
To the end.
Come on.
How far do you think your mother's reach extends? Will we find the same tragedy in the south as we did at Martha's Rest?
More than likely. Which is why we should hurry. There are still many settlements between here and Port Isolde. We visit as many as we can and hear their stories. Starting with the village of Amber.
Jetzt dachte es vermutlich, ich werde schon angreifen.
and slow.
Fine hand. Nice try.
Farewell. Mockery of justice is what it is. Lord Elwyn would never have stood for this.
Quiet, you! Nothing, we're loyalists.
Jill, look.
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain which befouls her, that she might rise once again from the ashes to welcome a new dawn. 'Twould be a pity to make examples of you all, for the transgressions of but a handful.
Of course, your lordship. You shall have our full cooperation.
What business could the Black Shields have in a village this small? There's barely room to hide a bearer.
Then they must be here for something else.
You fancy dancing a gallows jig like the miller's son?
All right, I heard you the first time.
You're a long way from home, aren't you?
Die Songs sind richtig teuer. Da muss man dann später echt zur Guildfarm machen, nur um das voll zu bekommen.
Much obliged. Keep to the roads now.
Excuse me, but what was all that about earlier?
Ganz okay. Ja. Vielleicht, wenn man die 25 und die 35% Guild-Bonus-Accessoires reingegeben hat, dann okay, ja. Aber hat man ja auch mehr als genug.
Don't they just?
Keep your ears open, eh? The Black Shields will pay good coin for information.
Da spricht die Sugar Mum immer wieder aus dir, ha?
You'd have to be dull as a sack of stones to think you could take on the Empire. What with their 100 full legions?
You seen him, didn't you?
I'm sorry.
Ich sag's doch. War ja klar. Und schon wieder hat sie mal mehr, viel mehr Geld. Unglaublich. Unglaublich.
Was this the first time they visited the village?
What do you think? Amber's the arse end of nowhere. And they thought we might be harboring firebrands. Huh. If only we were. I might have turned him in and become a Black Shield myself.
You don't think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
I don't know. But we need to find out. Greetings, friend. We are travelers.
I know that. What do you want?
We couldn't help noticing those Imperial soldiers who were here earlier.
Don't you go telling these strangers a thing. I speak for the people of this village, and we have nothing more to say to you. You are to leave Amber and never come back.
May I at least ask why?
I don't know who you are or what brings you here, but your presence puts us all in grave danger. The Empire is a harsh master. Its demands are great, and its justice swift. But as long as we keep our heads down and pay our tributes, we are left alone. Some might call it submission. But if it will spare my people the Viceroy's wrath, then I will gladly submit. This village will not become another East Pool.
Then we shall be on our way. These people live with a knife to their throats. In the mistaken belief that if they cooperate, my mother will show them mercy.
Obedience bought with fear.
Are you all right?
Sorry, It's nothing. We still don't know who the Black Shields are looking for.
Well, whoever they are, the Imperials deem them worth pursuing to the back of beyond. But other than Martha, who else in Rosari would have the courage to stand against the Empire? A new ally would certainly be welcome. Can we find them before the Imperials do? Perhaps the next village will yield more answers.
Perhaps.
This pass will take us through the mountains.
And directly into the path of whoever or whatever lurks here.
Ever since the apothecary, we've seen more and more of these echoes.
What do you think is waking them? The mother crystals collapse?
I have an idea. You're not going to like it.
Help me, boy. To me, boy. this one.
More of my mother's men.
To me!
Blood, Clive.
And still wet.
You were told to stay in your homes.
The Black Shields.
You know who we are. And still, you would bear your steel. Why then, we owe you our thanks. You have saved us the trouble of an interrogation. To dwell in darkness, that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these, our swords we swear.
Say that again. I'll show you a true shield of Rosaria. Tell me what I want and the end will be swift. Who are you looking for?
Why, you. We come bearing a message. Your friends have been found. The branded you freed from our camps. They await you in Odil. Guardians of the Flame.
Those are Old Hill's gates.
Then we hurry. That's better. find something, boy. Death.
Oh, found her.
This was my mother's doing.
But why? Why would anyone...
I don't know. I never truly understood her. But this...
Oh, Clive.
I will learn what madness drives her, and I will end it. We should go.
Yes.
We can't leave them here like this.
We won't. But if the Black Shields have made it this far south, they may already be in Port Isolde.
We're approaching Buick Bridge. Though I doubt the Empire would let us cross over to Rosalith.
I did, Mummy. I could hear him shouting from down the road.
They tell us there's a curfew, but they're refusing.
Passage to the provincial capital is restricted to Imperial Army personnel.
They're all Rosarian.
But this is their home.
I'm hungry.
It's over!
The Lazarus. What happened to this place?
My mother happened. The nobles who lived here didn't stand a chance. Let's hope my uncle fared better.
Very
That's the main gate. And it looks like we're not the only ones hoping to get in.
Let us pass!
My children are starving!
Have mercy! Voice-rinsed dogs they are! You can't ignore us forever!
Let us in, or we'll die on your doorstep!
Better out there than in here!
Oh, good enough for
Fuck off! I'm the chinless bastards! Those crystals belong to us all! I said, away with you, filth! Back to your stalls! Cut you down where you stand! Destroy it!
No chance of slipping through unnoticed. We'll need to find another way in. I thought we might be able to reason with the guards. Or at least bribe them.
I suspect everyone in that crowd thought the same. Was that the only way in?
Officially, yes. Strictly speaking, no. My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built, so that they could visit town without having to walk amongst the rabble. The Lazarus. We'll find our way into the city there.
If you're sure. The entire place looked abandoned. Do you think it's safe?
As long as it is abandoned.
The good news is we haven't seen a single black shield since Old Hill.
How do? Thanks very much. Doesn't look like you got room in your bag.
Stay sharp.
That's better.
What are you after? There you go. Thanks very much. Much obliged.
This is nothing like I remember it.
How quickly a crown can lose its luster.
Not abandoned, then.
Oi! Visitors!
Apologies. We'll show ourselves out.
I've only ever seen one man fight like that. And he's long dead.
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
No way. No way.
Blessing of the Phoenix. It can't be. I was there when you died.
I thought he died. What the fuck?
Forgive me, my lord. I knew not whom I addressed. You have naught to fear from us.
Okay, Buddy. Ich hoffe, das macht nichts aus, dass ich gerade ein paar getötet habe.
Founder, it really is you.
It is. So wait.
We can speak inside.
Stimmt.
Those who
Hast
wouldn't
recht.
bend the knee.
Ich kann alle töten, wie ich möchte.
And we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after. Alas, there is only so much a handful of aging shields can do against the might of an empire. But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant. Of late, though, we've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye. The foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her. Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord. But in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool. And, since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown. As to why, I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Her son.
Sir Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge. Then so do we. Make ready. This is their main host. If we remove the head, perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
Yours and ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves shields have committed in my mother's name. It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that. Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
And we at yours.
So, Wade, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
I imagine this endeavor will require more than just our wits.
Then let's hope Sir Wade has a good quartermaster.
What is it you require? It has been an honor.
Tell us then, Sir Wade. What is your plan?
Nothing fancy. You, Lady Jill and I make for Buett Bridge, and provoke the main host at their encampment. Sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians, the Black Shields will call for reinforcements, who will be met from the rear by parties of my brothers hidden throughout the surrounding hills. This will allow us to wage battle on the bridge without fear of being overwhelmed. While the Black Shields have an advantage in numbers, you see, they prefer to fight in small units, which we can use to our advantage.
How small exactly?
Small enough, now that I have you and Lady Jill for company. I doubt I could have done this on my own.
But until we arrived, that was your plan. You haven't changed a bit.
So Wade, the bearers from Old Hill have been laid to rest.
Very good. Now make ready for battle.
As you command.
Thank you, Sir Wade. Perhaps now they will find peace.
There is but one thing which will grant them peace. Putting an end to the Black Shields.
And so we shall.
Blessing of the Phoenix go with you.
How long have you been pursuing the Black Shields?
Since they burned their first village. We tracked down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind. Suffice to say, that got their attention. It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since.
Sideways.
Come along now.
The bastards are lucky I didn't.
There they are. On your command, my lord.
What is it now? I told you!
We bear a message for the Vicereine. From the Guardians of the Flame.
Ha! You presume to tell us that a pair of filthy vagabonds, a woman and a dog, could guard aught against the might of the Black Shields? Then come! Die along with your flame! Forest area!
Forest area!
Your petty revolution ends here. On these our swords we swear.
Bloody hell! Reinforcements from the far bank!
We'll have a war event to fight their battles for them.
dragons.
Worms. The Imperials aren't taking any chances. I can't say I'm flattered.
You're finished!
A noble stand, albeit a misguided one. In taking it, you have but proven our point. That this land is in dire need of cleansing.
Help me, boy.
I don't see any more.
Nor do I. The plan worked.
It did. It bloody worked. We sent every last one of the rotten bastards straight to the mud! My, Lord, perhaps this will be enough to stop the Cullings. For the time being, at least.
Perhaps. Though I doubt my mother will take this loss well. She'll move swiftly to see her minions' ranks replenished.
And then it will all begin again. I often wonder if the nation we once knew is gone for good. Her fields rot. Her people starve. We battled to preserve the flame that was, but for every foe we fell, another springs up in its place. Yet be that as it may, it is still our home, and we must fight for it. As we always have, and always will. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the Duchy cannot die. And her loyal subjects may dream of a day when the Rosarian standard flies over Rosalith once more.
So wait,
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before the garrison sends reinforcements? A sound strategy, my lord.
And how long has my uncle been funding you and your comrades' endeavors?
Since the beginning. Lord Byron was the first person I turned to after forming the Guardians. And had I known of this tunnel back then, I would... almost have been hanged by the city guard for trying to sneak over the wall.
I suppose a formal request for an audience would have appeared suspicious.
And appearances must be maintained. Were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, they'd seize his estate and send him to the gallows, where he would be of no use to anyone. And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord, knowing that one wrong move might prove his downfall. It is why he remains ever vigilant. Don't be surprised if he refuses you an audience, especially since you're famously dead.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
I might have something which could help with the latter. It's the mark of the Guardians. Display it, and those who love Rosaria will know where your loyalties lie.
I shall wear it with pride.
Be sure that you do. I don't want my men attacking you again. Unless you deserve it. If only Sir Tyler could have been here to see you. Or the Lord Commander.
Thank you, Sir Wade. If there is ever anything you need.
I know. Go on now, my lord.
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance. Right, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit.
Clive Rossfield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue! You would mock me as well?
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to Her Serene Holiness, Saint Sybil the Unshod. Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest Maddo in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you. You always were fond of that scene from The Saint in the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit. See that you use the good plates, Rutherford. So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
A monster?
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us, then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
Your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing. One thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Sid. You were always such a good boy, but now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass. This will be fun.
Over there. Go on.
She's a fine ship, isn't she? Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days. Something on your mind?
Monsters. When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that the lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all. I had become a monster.
Jill.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Thank you, Clive. I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Just promise me that you won't die with it. Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others. Only the Founder knows what awaits us in the Iron Kingdom. But Vivian could probably make an educated guess. I didn't take you for a scholar, Ivan.
Oh, this? Well, it's Valisthea, a culinary pilgrimage. I borrowed it from old tomes. Seems there's no creature in the realm so foul it can't be cooked up into something delicious.
Think I'll stick to the unfoul ones, thanks.
Oh, where's your sense of adventure, Sid? Honestly, one glance at these recipes, and even you would trade in your sword for a butcher's cleaver. From spit roasts to sweetmeats, this book has them all. What I wouldn't give to bring these recipes to life.
If it's my blessing you're hoping for, then by all means.
Well, I'm no hunter, Sid. The first tunnel worm I came across would be the death of me. But you're made of sterner stuff. Would you help me resurrect one of these recipes?
Something tells me you won't be taking no for an answer. Fine, I'll help.
Fantastic! Thank you.
So, dare I ask what's on the menu?
Chance's Stew. It was once a favourite among the gourmands of Oriflamme, if the author is to be believed. Though Molly's never heard of it. The only problem is that while the recipe is extremely detailed in most respects, it's infuriatingly cryptic as to the main ingredient. A beast, no doubt. Most likely something that would make easy work of a simple cook with more broth than brawn, but unwanted violets. I've no idea what they might be.
Does the book say anything else?
Well, only that the sweetest violets sprout atop the bed of roses.
Roses. Rosaria, perhaps? One of the butchers in Martha's Rest might know something. I'll ask next time I'm there.
did we never
There are
hear
new
about
billets
these
being
goblins
posted
away?
every day.
Clive! Oh, am I glad to see you?
Is something wrong?
It's Blackthorn. He ain't himself. And if I'm honest, he ain't been for a while. Normally it only takes a couple of drinks to perk him back up, but not this time. Something's getting him down. And whatever it is, he ain't telling. It's like he's lost his spark, you know? He's barely got enough fire in his belly to get the ump about stuff. But I'm thinking he might if we both bent his ear, because he respects you, innit? So, what you say?
Fine. If you think it will help.
I knew you'd understand.
But if he doesn't want to talk, we let him be. He'll open up when he's ready.
All right. Now, he'll only smell a rat if we both turn up at once. So, I'll go first, and you can meet us at the forge. Wait a bit, then head over when you're ready.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. All yours. Come again. I may have more for you.
Doch, schon. Werd schon etwas müde. Ich wollte eh nicht mehr lang machen. Doch, schon. Wollte eh nicht mehr lang machen. Noch ein bisschen Sache abholen und dann schon schlafen gehen. Dann kriege ich schon. Morgen ist frei. Meinen Schlaf kriege ich, keine Sorge.
Back again, Lord Rosfield. I'm touched that you should find me such good company.
It is not your company, but your counsel that I seek on this occasion.
ever the charmer. What will it be today, then?
The Iron Kingdom.
Ach, du brauchst nicht reden. Du bist doch selber noch wach. Und du stehst bestimmt 10-mal pro Jahr
The
bei
mother
sich.
crystal that rises from the boiling sea. There was a time when a true-blooded Rosarian had only to brave the waves to visit it. But then the Ironblood made their move. As you know, the Iron Kingdom rules over the islands to the west of Storm. Or rather, its church does. But this is not the pragmatic approach to state religion employed by the
Ja,
Holy
nix mehr
Empire
und du
to
brauchst deinen Schlaf
manipulate the
genauso.
masses.
Also, hopp, hopp.
The Iron Kingdom is the literal embodiment of the crystalline orthodoxy. And so, if one is to understand it, one must start there.
Ach, und du glaubst mich
As the name
nicht?
implies, the orthodoxy
Also,
holds the
dies
mother
ist jetzt
crystal
keine
sacred,
Ausrede hier.
and
Nein,
they
nein,
do
nein.
not take kindly to
Doch,
heathens
doch, du
plundering
brauchst
the
Schlaf.
objects
Doch,
of
doch.
their worship for the means to fill wash tubs and light lamps with frivolous feats of magic. Indeed, the faithful consider ether a sinful thing, a poison no
Schlafen
less.
gehen.
And
Jetzt
to
da.
them, a dominant is an instrument of evil, albeit one they have proven only too happy to turn against their enemies. Some 80 years ago in Northern Storm, Drake's eye collapsed. Soon after, in pursuit of ether and with the blight at their backs, the Northern Territories descended upon the Grand Duchy of Rosaria. And when the Shields of the Flame marched north to
doch,
meet
my
them,
lady.
the Iron
Doch.
Kingdom spied an opportunity.
Kannst
A
du noch
few
so
short
oft
days
Nein sagen,
later,
das wird sich
the
nicht ändern.
Crusaders landed on the island of Mount Dristanus, home of Drake's breath, and plucked it from the Duchy's grasp. Rosaria tried to reclaim it, of course, but to no avail. I doubt more than a handful of Duchy men have set foot on its shores in your lifetime. Nor are they like to again, under the Empire's stewardship, meaning the Iron Blood will keep their island, and with it, the foothold they need to march on mainland soil when next they spy an opportunity.
Doch.
The Mother Crystal is both the object of the Iron Blood's worship and their gateway to the continent, making Drostanus the holiest of holy grounds, from which the Orthodox Crusade shall one day sail forth to claim the remaining Mother Crystals, or die trying.
My father and my grandfather both traded blows with the Iron Blood for control of Drake's breath. Had things unfolded differently at Phoenix Gate, we would have sent our entire fleet against them.
But instead, they sent their fleet
Nur weil du es
against
öfter
Rosaria,
schreibst, macht es das nicht
sacked the
wahrer.
capital, killed the men,
Und jetzt hopp, hopp.
and
Abdrehen,
captured the
schlafen
women,
gehen.
including Jill. I'd say you'd be forgiven for wanting a little revenge, Clive.
My only aim is to destroy the Mother Crystal. But thank you all the same. Not much else to do here. Let's see if Jill's ready.
Ein bisschen schwer, dich zu zwingen, wenn ich nicht in der Nähe bin, um dich ordentlich zwingen zu können.
Sworn we had a few.
That monster's taken quite a liking to Lady Cat.
First August, and now you. You pair, what's it got to do with me?
August was worried that something had been weighing on your mind. I thought...
I told you not to stick your nose in my business.
Clive just wants to help, innit? What's so bad about talk to him? You never know, you might feel pleased, mate.
Phil, shut you up. It's nothing really, not the sort of thing you bother people about.
Why don't you tell us all the same?
Karen and I have an arrangement. I keep an eye on Goots, and she shows me what the competition's up to. Interesting arms and armor, things like that. Anyway, the other day, she shows me a cuirass she's come by. Masterpiece of level work. Light, supple, and tougher than it had any right to be.
Du freches
Made my
kleines
stuff look like
Mädchen.
clumsy shit. Should have brought the bastard thing there and then just to study it, but I was too proud. And now every time I reach for my hammer, I'm reminded that I'm not the craftsman I thought I was. There. You happy? You got what you came for. Now piss off.
All right. We're going. I always thought of old Blackthorn as a bit of a force of nature. Like a storm cloud full of ale. Didn't think anything could rattle him. Least of all a stupid piece of leather.
Blackthorn's always taken pride in his craft. Something tells me this is only going to get worse. If he has doubts, it will affect his work, which will only add to his problems. We need to nip this in the bud.
I couldn't agree more.
He said he should have bought that cuirass. Perhaps we should track it, assuming you're happy to help that.
Too bloody right I am.
Glad to hear it. First things first, then. We need to speak. Karen, Blackthorn mentioned that you'd recently come by a leather cuirass. An exquisite example of the craft.
And he ain't been himself since he saw it. So we thought we'd...
Sorry, sold it already. Didn't think Blackthorn cared for it the way he turned his nose up. But it was nicely put together, that's for certain. Even if the bloke who made it is a bit of an odd one. Makes all his stuff to order. But the fella who commissioned it refused to pay. He didn't like the colour of summit.
You don't know where we might find him, do you?
Like I said, he's a bit of an odd one. Doesn't even have a work. Don't trust hunters neither, which means he spends as much time out tracking beasties as he does working their rat.
I see.
He did tell me something though. Apparently, his next commission's for a set of griffin hide.
Here, there's a griffin on the hunt board. The curse breakers were placing bets on who'd bag it. Now where the bleeding hell was excited? Somewhere in Sambrec, maybe.
Thank you, Karen. We'd be lost without.
At least you admit.
So, it sounds like going after that griffin might be the best chance we have of finding our roaming leatherworker.
I'll leave the hunting to you if you don't mind. While you get on with that, I'll ask around the markets. See if I can't sniff out who he is and where he's hiding.
Good idea. Hopefully one of us will be able to track him down.
Typical nobles.
So, na gut, gehe ich jetzt mal schlafen und du folgst bestimmt demnächst. Du auch später.